head of the Stone Mountain Hamfest, and we are en route back up to my cabin up in the Georgia mountains. And so quite a bit of a drive here, about an hour, a little over an hour. I actually thought it would be more than, no, wait a minute, it's 2 hours. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
So it's actually a little further over to mine. But anyway, we're heading towards the cabin. We're about 2 hours away. And we just figured we'd come on and talk a little bit about the Hamfest and about what's going on with ham radio. I wish I didn't leave all that stuff in the trunk, because I could have talked about that. I don't remember the name, do you? I mean...
No, I don't.
Anyway, well, maybe we'll do that. We'll do that in just a minute. I will, at some point, I'll find an easy spot to stop and I'll grab that information.
National Amateur Radio Association. I think it was NARA.
Yeah. We met a really cool guy that he started a new amateur radio national organization, like the ARRL. And he's trying to get it going, and he's been spending a lot of time and money and effort on it, and things seem to be going well. And it's, 6 months in here, they're going, and I'm happy to see it, because as you guys know, amateur radio it's been in trouble for a while as a hobby. It's not really expanding, it's not growing, we're not getting that many new members. At this point, we have just as many people dying as we have getting licensed. And so with that going on, it's going to have limiting results as we go forward. So it's really important that since the American Radio Relay League, or the ARRL, is so absolutely incompetent, and they pay their president $360,000 a year for what we're still trying to figure out. This guy started one, and it's run by volunteers, and it wants the input of its people, and it's about half the price too. I figured I'd mention that.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like what they're doing. I'm probably going to support them myself, and I'll have all that information for you guys coming up soon. Let's see who. Hey, Victor, what's up? Yep, we're here. We are live streaming. The internet will not last all the way to the cabin. So we're going to go pretty much until the internet runs out. And when we stop broadcasting, you'll know at that point where the internet runs out. Because this is the mountains. And you may not have internet, but your neighbor does. So it's one of those kind of things. It gets really weird up here how the internet works. I've got a AT&T Air card here also, but I'm broadcasting on my phone internet connection as much as possible, because that one is unlimited. If I go to the other one, it's 500 gigabytes. So that doesn't give me enough gigabytes for the whole week if I'm using it for broadcasting. So I decided to try to broadcast as much as I can this week with the phone, and then only use the Wi-Fi hotspot for everything else. But anyway, yeah, it was a great Hamfest. I bought a HF radio, a brand new one. I've never taken a brand new radio like that out of the box. I'm almost giddy to get home and play with it. Men are like that. And I can't wait. I just can't wait to get home and take it out of the box, and then keep the box, because that's a ham radio thing.
It is.
You never get rid of the box. I still have the box my 756 Pro came in. And I got the box that the mic came in, and the box that the power supply came in.
It helps with the resale value.
Yeah, and I'm never going to resell it, but I can't make myself throw those 3 boxes away. I've tried. Yes. I've taken them out to the door before and said, no, can't do it.
Yep.
Can't do it. It's sacrilegious. I'll go to ham radio hell. So I decided I better not do that. So anyway, yeah, there you go. I will tell you guys, it was a great Hamfest. I also bought an antenna to go with my new HF radio, and that antenna, you remember what it's called?
It's a tar heel.
Tar heel.
Yeah.
And it's an electronic tar heel, meaning that it will adjust itself from inside the car. That means my lazy ass don't even have to get out of the car to activate a park, which kind of doesn't seem right in some way, but that's all right. You can literally use a control box inside the car to tune the antenna and make it longer or shorter until your SWR or your standing wave ratio is perfect inside the car in the radio. And what this does, two things. Number one, it gives you a great performance on the antenna because you're perfectly tuned. And number two, of course, it provides literally no wear and tear on your radio because it's not reflecting energy back into the radio. So there's just so many positive things to have it. I'm going to tell you guys, when it comes to ham radio, here's the order of importance: antenna, 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 radio, power supply. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
If you don't have an antenna, you ain't got nothing.
Well, proper feed line too.
Yeah, well, yeah, feed line's on the list too.
Okay.
But truthfully, you start with the antenna.
Yep.
You have to have a good antenna. If you don't have a good antenna, forget about it.
Yep.
And then the next thing is you do have to have good feed line. That probably should be before radio even, because if you don't have good feed line, don't hook your radio up to it. You're going to hurt your radio, and you're not going to talk to anybody except your neighbor's TV. And of course, third, you know, when you're tuned up properly, like I said, the first thing I said, the performance of the antenna can be really, really good when it's putting out the exact SWR.
Yes, it can.
It just is amazing. And so I've got this adapter that goes on my trunk lid, and this will hold this antenna on my trunk. And then I run the wire in and put it up, and the radio is going to go up on the dashboard.
Nice.
It's going to be good. I wish I could find more of that rubber mat. I think I might have some of it at the cabin too. I got to look around.
Sweet.
Yep, we're going to sit that on there, and then we're going to wire it up probably tonight or tomorrow morning, one or the other. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to wire it up. It was below freezing last night, but tonight it's not supposed to be near that cold. So I'm probably going to get out there and run the two wires in and get it all hooked up. Get the antenna installed and get it all hooked up. But anyway, yeah, we're on a live drive, and as you can see, it's another Chamber of Commerce day here. It really is. That's what we call it in Florida. Every time it's a good day, it's a
really?
Chamber of Commerce day.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Because in Florida, I mean, the only thing we got going, I mean, we've got good conservative government and we got good weather. That's the two things we got going for us down there. I do like Georgia, though. My second favorite state, the one I'm going to die in. I say that because I'm going to move up here, not because I'm suicidal or something. I'm actually going to move up here in about 5 years or so. I'm going to move up here and make this my permanent homestead, and move my studio up here. And I plan to retire being a YouTube content provider. And that's pretty much what I plan to do. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's see here. It is true they're using AI now to design everything, including antennas. Yeah, I always keep the boxes. I don't know. Yeah, the trees are changing color. There hasn't been a good color change here in years, but yeah, they're changing. You can see a lot of the yellows are going, and up by my cabin, a lot of the red oaks are going. It's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag because it's been a little cooler than normal this year, and some of the leaves went early. And this technically right now is just a little late, and yet we still see green leaves on trees. So there's definitely like a disruption in how it went this year. It's weird how some years every leaf on every tree changes in the same week.
Yep.
I've seen those. It's explosive up here.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. Anywhere you look, it's picture perfect. I mean, it's just amazing. But most years, many years, you have a phased change out, and you never really get the full swing at one time. And I really hate that. I really liked it back in the day when it seemed like we were getting it all hitting exactly at one time. I can remember taking pictures across Lake Chattooga up in Hiwassee, and it was so beautiful. Like every single bush and tree and everything was a color. It was just amazing.
Right to I-85 north.
I wish one of the trees would turn blue, but they haven't gone with that request yet. So, wouldn't that be pretty if one was like a nice royal blue?
No. I don't see how you can read those comments.
I don't see how I can read them either. Aaron, thanks for coming in, Aaron. And Middleman, thank you for coming in. Middleman, we are, Christ, I don't know. Let's see, we are getting on I-85 northeastbound right now, and then we'll be getting back off that shortly to head back towards the west. But we do have to get on here just for a little while. Looks like the entrance is right past this highway here.
How you doing on gas?
Oh, I have almost a full tank.
Oh, wow.
Turn right to I-85 north.
This thing holds 17 or 18 gallons of fuel.
Right.
When I fill it all the way up and top it off, it says 395 miles.
Wow.
So it's a 400 mile range on a car is really good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the government requires a 300 mile range on cars. A lot of people don't know that, but the government does require a 3-hour range on cars. They have to be able to operate for 300 miles, I believe it is. How it works, we think.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it's 300 miles. A car has to have a 300 mile range. That is correct. And so at 300 miles, you know, most cars can do that easily, but they're not allowed to make a car that, let's say, has a 5-gallon gas tank, because that car wouldn't be able to make the minimum required distance for it to travel. Well, they waived all this for electric cars, of course. But for gas cars, that's pretty much the rule. Every car I've had would go about 300 to 350 miles. This is the first one I've had that on a full tank of gas, it'll go 400 miles. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it is.
So I bought 2 long antennas to go on the back of this. I have short quarter waves now. I bought 2 5/8 waves to go on the back, and I'm going to tune them. I got to tune them both to the VHF frequency. Probably, I usually tune to the call channel because that's kind of right in the middle of the van. It's not perfect, but I mean it's
close.
It's close. And but yeah, I'm going to tune both of those up and get them on the car here in the next couple days. I'm going to get the HF radio and the antenna for it all hooked up and installed. It'll be good. I also bought another little VHF radio that I'm going to leave up here at the cabin, and I'd already bought a power supply.
I-985 north.
Sending you back up through Gainesville towards the, like,
Why would we go that way?
I don't know, but that's the way it's sending you. 985, peel off to the left.
I hope it's not taking me to your house.
No, you typed your address in.
I know I did, and it also came up being 20 minutes further too.
Well, yeah, I think it's going to cut us through Gainesville and not go as far north. I think it'll send us west-northwest.
Yeah, we're getting off in 2 miles. So
Yeah.
we're not going near as far as we did this morning.
Well, 2 miles is 985. So.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we're getting off on 985. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and that
how
does head back the way we came.
That is exactly. Yeah. But I think you'll get off way before we get
Right.
north, as far north as
Now it looks like a right exit, and then we go over the road. Is what it looks like.
no, it's not.
It's
a
not.
left
It's a
exit.
left exit. Okay.
Yep. But there's an HOV lane over there, an express lane that you may or
Yeah.
may not have to stay out of.
Yeah. That's what screwed me up coming up.
Yeah.
I'm used to taking the HOV lane.
Use the
You need to buy you a
left
dummy.
left to I-985 north.
A mannequin.
Yes, I do. Yep. You know they catch people for that and
Oh,
arrest
I
them.
know, I know.
It's government fraud.
Yeah.
Really, is it? Well, see, if you had just went ahead and built the road big enough to begin with, none of us would have had to worry about any of this.
That's right.
What the hell? I love how they just slam on
Oh,
brakes.
yeah, for no reason.
You know where they do that? I-4 in Florida.
Really?
For some reason, between Tampa and Disney World, it's a circus. I
Right.
don't know why. Of course, it's between two circuses, so it might be that. I don't know, but it literally everything between Tampa and Orlando on I-4 is dangerous. They get going 90 miles an hour up there, and then everybody starts locking up the binders for no reason.
That's crazy.
And then you'll be like, we'll come to a complete stop and sit there for 2
Exit
minutes,
left to
and then start
I-985 north.
going again. We'll literally start going again, and there was never a reason why we stopped.
Right.
It's like, why did we stop?
Continue straight for 31.9
It's progressive.
miles to the road.
Congestive blockage is what it is.
Right. Any new people checking in?
Now, let's see here.
Okay.
Who do we got?
Watch out. Vehicle on shoulder.
Got Victor in there.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
Victor.
The clock's changing for daylight savings time. Well, I'll be glad to talk about that for a minute. Here's the thing about that. The reason Trump's not dealing with it is because it's not an 80-20 issue. It's a 66, 66, 66, whatever you want to call it. It's one of those weird issues where literally 33% of the country feels one way, 33% feels the other way, and 33% feels the other way. It is true that over 65% of us believe the clock should stop changing immediately.
Yes.
However, of that, 58% of us want it to be permanent daylight savings time, and 42% of us want it to be permanent standard time.
That's correct.
I happen to be in the camp that believes it should be full-time standard time, because that's the time that it should be. Okay? And that's the time it was before we started monkey screwing around with it. And that's the time we need to go back to. Number one, here's the reasons. Number one, if you have a child that takes a bus, and that child takes the bus, if you keep it daylight savings time all year round, every single student will wait for the bus in the dark for 2 months. Every single student. Where now it's only about half the students.
That's right.
And we bring in the high schools first, so that hopefully the more responsible, although I doubt it, kids are the ones that have to stand out in the middle of the night. They start our high schools down there at 7 a.m. in the morning. The bus routes start at 5:15 in the morning. The first students are picked up. It's ridiculous. And because of this stupid system we have down there, where students can pick one of the closest 3 schools to go to, we have more buses and more busing and more tardiness and more misses and more problems than you can shake a stick at down there. Now you want to add this to it? So I want to end the daylight savings time like everybody else. I want to end the changing of the clocks. It needs to end. But I want it to change to standard time. And actually more than half of the people want it to change to daylight savings time. Here's the other thing. I love when people come on and say, well, you can't do that because the construction workers will lose an hour worth of work. Anytime someone says that to me, it's very hard for me not to stupid. And I say that, okay? They're going to lose an hour of work. They just go to work an hour earlier or an hour later. What's the difference? It doesn't matter what time they go to work, and it doesn't matter what time they get off. They get paid while they're there. They work on the house. They work on it while the sun's up. They still get the same amount of daylight every day that they would have had anyway. So why do people keep saying, well, if you do this, then extracurricular activities are all going to get screwed up? No, they're not. You just change the school times in order to make it work. I don't care if you fall back the clocks at the schools in our county. Whatever you have to do, but stop changing our clocks all the time. And that's just the bottom line on it. But I don't know where they're going to end up changing it to, because you've got too many of these people out there that aren't bright enough to figure out that we're not taking an hour of daylight time away from the construction workers. All we're doing is making them either report to work an hour sooner or an hour later. That's it. Nothing else changes.
Yep.
Schools, businesses, taxi cabs, I don't care what it is, everything out there schedule can simply just change.
That's right.
Why does society have to change when only the few people actually affected can just change? I personally think that it should be set at standard time. We should leave it there and just deal with it. If your game ends too after dark and it needs to start sooner, then start it sooner. I don't know what to tell you. It's not rocket science. You know? The whole argument of the farmers losing an hour and the construction workers losing an hour, humbug. That's crap. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say some Starship Adventure trivia is who invented the concept of daylight savings time. Do you know?
No, I don't.
Benjamin Franklin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he still had some good ideas.
Yeah, some.
Oh, Lord. It's not even necessarily that it's a terrible idea, but it's a terrible idea. I understand what they were trying to do. Nobody had their mind or their heart in the wrong place. It's just, it's not working as a society. And people, one of the big counter argument, and that's another thing I try to do. Since I'm not arguing with someone on the other side, I'll give you their points. Sometimes when you look at changing the clocks, one of the arguments that people that want to keep it going the way it is now, one of the things they'll say constantly is, hey, look, all of our devices change automatically now anyway. And I'll stipulate to that point, you're correct. 90% of my devices now change automatically. But my circadian rhythms don't change automatically.
Right.
My ass is losing sleep. I ain't doing good at work. It's just like the Super Bowl. You know, the day after the Super Bowl, absenteeism goes up 13%.
Yeah.
Well, you guess what? After daylight savings time, absenteeism goes up. It actually goes up.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on the one where you spring forward.
Yeah. Where you lose some sleep.
Yep.
I don't mind the fall back so much.
I wish we could fall back once a month.
Yeah.
I kind of like the falling back part.
Yeah.
It's a new super moon, beaver moon. Yep, it's coming up. Yep, that's another big moon. Let's see here. Where are we at? Flowery Beach, Gainesville.
Flowery Branch.
So are we literally? Yeah, we're too far from the beach, aren't we?
Oh,
14.
right.
So hopefully we'll get off at Gainesville.
Yeah, and
It says I'm getting
west.
off in 22 miles on Lula Road.
Yep.
All right, guys, so we are at milestick 9 on 985 in Georgia, northbound out of Atlanta, heading northeast, or north actually more, and then we're now getting ready to make a left here in about 20 minutes. We're going to make a left on Lula Road, and we're going to be heading back towards Blairsville.
Well, I had a great time today.
I had a wonderful
I'm
time.
glad you came and picked me up. It was fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. We bought some POTA gear. We'll be showing you guys some pictures. We got signs to go on the side of the car that are magnetic that say, you know, POTA, operating POTA, whatever. It's pretty cool. And I got me a little POTA pin and a POTA sticker, and I'm all like official and shit.
Did you tell people what that is?
POTA is Parks on the Air. It is a amateur radio function that you can do, and what you basically do is take your radio and yourself to a park, to a state or federal park that's on the list, which most of them are, and from the park you make calls, and when you find 10 people around the country to answer you, you have called, it's called activating the park. Once the park is activated, you have a choice. You can either stay at the park and continue to operate and just get the credit, or you can pack up and go to the next park and do 10 at the next park, and then you have activated another park. Sometimes you can do twofers, like him and I will be in the car together tomorrow, so everybody that we contact will get 2 contacts out of the deal. Also, we're going to be going to parks tomorrow that are actually 2 parks that overlap the same piece of land. So we actually get double credit. We actually put in that we're on 2 different parks, and every time we make a contact, it logs that contact for both parks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's pretty neat. And HF Reed.
Yeah, we still got a ways.
Yeah. But yeah, it was good. I'm happy with everything I bought. I got me a couple pieces of wire, an adapter. I even got me a couple of sound adapters there at the end. So
You did really well.
I did great. I feel like I did great, and I didn't blow all my money. I actually am coming home with money. You know, it wasn't about that. It was about getting a good deal.
Yeah.
And I got a good deal. I didn't need to spend any more money than I did.
Yeah, you
So
did. I'd be proud of you.
yeah. Yeah, I'm happy with it. If the gondola ride was inside a state or federal park that's on the list, then yeah, you could actually go up in the gondola ride and make contacts from the ride. It would be legal.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if there's any gondola rides inside POTA parks. Yeah, most of the parks, they're like state and federal parks. They're not like Disney World. They're more like parks like, like a wilderness park or a campground or picnic area, rivers, waterfalls, things like that.
Thanks.
Places where the government has bought up large swaths of land and protected it for our future.
It's a real fun thing to do. There's so many, that's a cool thing about ham radio. There's so many options of what you can do in ham radio. It's not always necessarily talking from one person to another. There's so many things you can do. It's really a fun hobby.
University of North Georgia. That's a big old flag.
That is a big old flag.
Oakwood, Dawsonville. I'm trying to see what there's more of up here. Liquor stores or churches? There's a bunch of them.
Liquor stores.
Liquor stores?
Yeah.
We got to work that back the other way.
I know, we do, don't we?
Oh, no.
Not in my county, mind you.
Oh, are you in a dry county?
No, but we only have 2 liquor stores.
Union County, where my cabin is, was a completely dry county up until about 15 years ago.
Wow.
And then they went beer wine only, and there's still beer wine.
Right.
But you can drive right up to Murphy and go to the XYZ government store in Murphy.
Right.
And you can buy, get this, 200 proof moonshine.
Oh my gosh.
Right there.
Wow.
They have it in 16 flavors. I don't know how something that's pure can be in flavors, but they do it.
Yeah.
They even got moonshine with cherries and
Oh, wow.
pineapple and all kinds of different fruits and however you like your moonshine, you know.
I will say one thing about the county I live in is that you can't buy liquor on the weekend, or excuse me, Sunday.
You get Union
can on
County, you
Saturday.
can't buy beer or wine on Sunday.
Now,
Yeah.
if you go to a restaurant, I believe they can serve beer and wine on Sundays. But you can't walk into Walmart or your 7-Eleven and buy it on a Sunday.
I think it's funny that these places up here are all going to be getting marijuana dispensaries soon, and you still can't buy liquor there.
It's true.
Oh, Lord. Oh, well. Pick your poison. I'm not a big fan of alcohol and liquor. I think it brings out the worst in people more times than not.
Yeah, it does.
Weed just makes you lazy. Which, as long as you can deal with, that's fine with me.
Well, at least the traffic's not that bad.
It wasn't too bad this morning, really. It was busy, but it wasn't like there was no stoppage or anything.
I smell a polecat.
Yeah, I do too.
That's a skunk for all you other people from out of the United States.
Yeah, I mean, it's a Georgia polecat.
George Polecat.
A lot of times when you smell them really strong on the highway, a lot of times it's because they got hit and the shit's everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And it's amazing how bad it stinks. I mean, for miles.
Yeah, it's punching shit. It's just like, it goes, it goes.
It's bad stuff.
Yeah. Driver's license center. Why do you need a sign for the driver's license center? You should already have a driver's license if you're up here driving.
It's for all the people that moved to Georgia.
Oh, is that what it is?
California. Yeah. Not that we don't love you guys in California.
Oh, buy me a car that color, please.
Ooh, God. That's bad.
It is kind of neat, though. It's ugly, but it's
you
neat.
wouldn't get hit.
No,
You could park it in your bedroom and read by it at night.
that's true. Yeah, why bother with a garage when you can just back it into your...
Passing the sprawling metropolis of Gainesville, Georgia. Not to be confused with Gainesville, Florida. The poultry capital of the world.
Yeah. Shit. Yep.
We have a huge chicken processing plant here in Gainesville called Fieldale, and they supply all the Chick-fil-A's and a lot of the chicken you buy maybe at Walmart or your Publix or your Winn-Dixie comes from Fieldale.
Oh boy. 985.
You did a good bit of walking today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I probably walked a good mile and a half today.
at least.
Yeah.
I was not far behind you.
A lot of walking.
I got my exercise for the day for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, they had a lady there making name tags, and she made me the most beautiful name tag. I'm real happy with it. I'm gonna have some more made. I want them made with the Starship logo though. she said she would make me one with whatever logo I want, but I have to do it off the convention. I can't do it there.
I got you.
I got to call them and send them the picture and all that.
I'd do it though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, her prices are reasonable.
Yeah.
I could probably do them $5 better online, maybe. But then who knows if it'll be right or not.
Right. So people are like, why does Ian need a name tag? Does he not know who he is?
It's not for me.
I know.
It's nice. It says my name on the top, then it has my call letters, and then it says Starship Adventures along the bottom. And it's nice. It's red, white, and blue, and it's got the amateur radio antenna symbol on there and all that. So I don't know. I liked it.
It looks nice. It's for me because I'll with my stroke.
Well, if next time I go to something, I want to be able to wear that. I wish I would have had I bought stickers, but I haven't bought any like shirts yet for Starship Adventures. I really need to get some shirts.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that the name tag is magnetic, so you don't have to poke a hole in your jacket or your shirt to wear it.
Yeah, the little pin is like $1, and the magnet's like $3. So it came out to $21. It was like $18 for the tag.
It's nice.
Yeah. This was not a huge Hamfest, but it was a nice Hamfest. I'm a little surprised that the big radio manufacturers were not there.
Yeah, they usually are.
Very surprised. No Icom, no Yaesu, no Kenwood.
And they're almost always there.
So that, I don't know if this is signaling a change in the industry.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think it is.
Yes, deploribus. I bought a Yaesu 710. Is what it was? 710?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Yaesu 710. The main things I wanted in a radio is I don't care about a shack in a box. I wanted 6 through 160. What I really wanted more than anything else was a waterfall and USB computer control and USB computer audio. This radio is so cool. You can actually hook a computer monitor up to it and view the whole radio on this big computer monitor.
Yes.
It's got like a computer monitor plug at the back.
Is it DVI?
DVI, yeah, and then it's also got a USB for sound and a USB for rig control.
That's awesome.
And it's got, of course, your antenna hooks up. But the neat thing about this is I could bring it in the house tonight, hook it up, plug it right into my computer, and boom, I'm doing FT8 that quick. There's no bullshit. There's no bias signaling and wire the little thing up inside and then buy the special cable and all this other stuff, and then we're going to take the mic out and plug in this thing instead of the microphone. It's a big pain in the ass.
It is.
This thing, you bring it in, you plug and you play. You know, it's just that simple. And then if I want to go back on the road, I take it on the road. You know, the one thing I wanted to go back and look at and I didn't do it was those laptops.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go buy that laptop.
Yeah. I
Damn
don't know
it.
if they would have been there. They might have when we first
They
got
probably
back
were
from
still
lunch.
there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, well. It's all right.
It was a sign. It was a sign.
Maybe I
we
wasn't
forgot.
supposed to buy
That's
it.
right.
Yeah, maybe I was. Those were enforcement MDTs.
Oh, yeah.
And they had high mileage.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe I wasn't.
Yeah.
150, 200 seems like a lot for a computer that's been typed on so much that like the keys are shiny. All the keys that are letters are shiny and all the other ones are not.
Yeah.
That tells you right there. The mouse pad is discolored in the middle, and the screen has a bunch of up and down scratches in the middle, and that's from them scrolling the screen. And so you can tell it's high mileage. Does it work? Yeah. Is it a good processor? It's decent. It would have been a good laptop, and it was a tough box. It was a, what do they call those?
That's it. Tough box.
Tough box? Is that what it's called?
1.6 miles.
And this computer was, it's like carrying around a hard lunchbox or something. I mean, this thing's tough. And it's not like your typical laptop.
I've dropped mine before.
Yep. And I want one of those. I'm eventually going to have one. They had Windows 11, but the guy said he'd put Windows 10 in it. I had 3 people tell me today that Windows 11 is really not that bad after these updates and stuff. So I don't know. I'm holding out hope, guys. You know, I'm not too stuck in my ways to admit that, hey, maybe they're making something better. Maybe it's going to be better, you know. I don't know. I'd like to think Windows 11. I just hate the fact they made it look like Apple. I hate that. I just absolutely hate that. But they did.
We got about 5 miles till our turn.
Yeah. Well, here's a traffic light whenever they decide to do it.
Yeah.
You guys' traffic lights are completely different than ours.
Are they?
See, yours goes up, and right at the top of your light, it knuckles into a big cable.
Right.
And everything is on that one cable.
Yeah.
In Florida, no, not like that. All of our lights have a cable across the top like that.
Yeah.
But the cable on the top is really high.
Yeah.
And the sticks come way down.
Right.
And then they hold the light, and then there's another cable across the bottom to hold the bottom of the lights.
Right.
And that's because of hurricanes and stuff.
Well, that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah.
I'll never
And
forget.
now we're switching to all poles. We're not using any cables anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened to me the first time I went to San Francisco. I got off the plane, got a rental car, and I about ran through a red light because they're on poles on the side of the road.
Yep.
And I was just like, what the heck? Because I was from Florida at the time.
Yep. If there ain't no light hanging over my lane, I'm going to do what I want.
I know. And I about ran into somebody. And I was like, oh, their stop signs are over here. Kind of threw me for a loop.
132 acres. Ooh. Yep. It's what it is what it is. I'm gonna make you work for it.
Yeah.
He could have just stayed behind me.
I know.
I'm gonna go.
Nowhere.
But he had to get around me and get in front of me. I'll never understand that. I just don't understand that with people. I mean, I'm in the fast lane. I'm going as fast as everybody else is.
You know what Forrest Gump says?
Stupid is, stupid does. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to do Forrest Gump really good, and I haven't done it much lately, so it's not coming out as good as it used to. My favorite Forrest Gump saying is, yeah, sometimes there's just not enough rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I love that. The scene, that whole scene where she's throwing rocks at the house. She's just had it. You know, she hates her dad. He was a terrible man.
Yeah.
And she's frustrated. And in his simple mind,
Turn left on Lula Road.
she just like eventually stopped throwing rocks and became frustrated.
Yeah.
And sat down and he hugged her, whatever.
Right.
And in his simple mind, it's like sometimes there's just not enough rocks. I don't, for some reason, I just love that scene.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
There's some good. I'm not a big Tom Hanks fan.
I am kind of a Tom.
Are you really?
I don't like his politics.
Yeah.
But I can see past that because he's truly one of the best American actors we've ever had.
He is good. I'll give you that. He is good.
And I like him from movies that a lot of people don't remember or know, like Greyhound.
Yeah.
That's a great. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And people have never seen that movie. How long is it going to take?
Right.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh my God! They work on that house for 6 months, and every time he asks,
2 weeks.
they always say, "Oh yeah, we'll be done 2 weeks."
Right. that I had a tree fall on my house.
Yeah.
And that's what my contractor kept telling me.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's always 2 weeks.
Yeah. And I was
It
like,
could take 6 months to get there, but it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, it would take 6 months to get there.
Oh.
I had to rent another house for 6 months.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. It turned out all right.
You should have just went with the whole house, living room, tree in the living room look.
Yeah, no, not so much.
Yeah. God, the drive is beautiful up here.
It is nice. And I get to live here full time.
And I'm going to live here full time.
Well, you'll love it when you get here.
I've already picked out where I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to make it downstairs before I die, because it's going to be a bitch getting me down them stairs. They're going to have to do a sheet lift and all that. It's going to be a bitch. Why do I think of sick things like that?
I think
don't
the
know.
same way. I do. I think the same.
I said, if I get
way.
sick, the first thing I have to do is go downstairs and call 911, because they're not going to be able to get me down out of this bedroom.
That's right.
They're just, you'll see when we get there.
Yeah.
The stairwell is about that narrow.
It's your life in your own hands.
It's careful and you hold on.
Yeah.
But you just have to be careful and hold on and be careful. It's just, and then at night keep the door closed so you don't fall down the hole.
Right. Well, I'm not real steady on my feet, so.
That's what I said. It's a decent couch downstairs and be comfortable that way. We could do that too. I think that's a sleeper there. I think it is.
Yeah.
But even
we connect you to.
now
we connect you to.
Now I'm on that. Guys, I just switched internet services from T-Mobile over to AT&T. We're using multiple services up here so that we can try to stay connected as possible. You have no idea what's involved in the mountains to stay online. It's not an easy thing. You think that, if you live in a town or near a town and you never go out in the country or go camping or anything like that, you won't realize how unconnected some parts of this country truly are. There's places out here you could be up 2,000 or 3,000 feet and still not have cell service.
Yep.
It's crazy because the 3 towers in your area are all being shadowed by other mountains.
Yep.
And when that happens, you get no service. And so, but anyway, we're on the other one now. This one's metered, but I've got quite a bit on there, so we're going to run this for a little while and see how it goes.
I've got really no cell service at my house. I have to do Wi-Fi calling.
God, imagine that, guys. Imagine having no cell service inside your own home. But it happens.
Now, if I had AT&T, I'd be able to make a call inside the house.
Yeah.
But I have to step out on my porch or get in my yard to make a Verizon call.
Well, I've used all 3 services. I have the most good things to say about T-Mobile. I think they're a great service. They've done really good for me. But a little more of a challenge up here in the mountains. They don't have quite as many towers. The AT&T is the most expensive of the 3 services, but they do have the best towers up here in the mountains. There's no doubt about it. We're on AT&T now, and we're getting up in the mountains pretty good. It's still on. So I appreciate all you guys coming in. My name's Ian. I'm here with Heath, and this is Starship Adventures. And today's adventure, we went to the Hamfest. You can check out the little video I did earlier.
It's a little crude sometimes.
No, it's a lot crude all the time. I like it. All right, guys, listen, we're going to go. The internet's trash, but we're going to let you guys go. It's been fun having you along for the ride. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, Mickey and Scott and everybody that's come in. I do appreciate it. And we're going to be on tomorrow. We're going to be doing live and pre-record stuff. But we are doing POTA tomorrow. I'm going to spend the morning getting everything ready, and we're going to go out in the afternoon and do POTA. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then after that, I'll be dropping Heath off, and then I'll be doing POTA every day, just about, except the one we work on the car. And I've already decided, I think when we work on the car, I think I'll set the camera up so you can hear me cuss. We'll see if you guys like that.
Oh my gosh.
Other than we got to take the whole front clip off of my car almost there. It's really just a rubber bumper, but we'll make it sound more dramatic than it is. Oh, I got to make a right here.
Turn right on State Route 283.
We're going to Gloria from Cleveland.
All right.
So there we go. But all right, I do appreciate everybody coming in. There's a big cemetery on the left. I do one thing that's cool up here in Florida. All the cemeteries are like cemeteries, and all the churches are like churches. Up here, the churches have their own cemeteries.
Yep.
It's something very different. Now you can go to rural Florida and you'll still find some of that. It's not unheard of. It does happen. It's not illegal.
Holly Springs Road.
But the truth is it's a much bigger phenomenon up here than it is down there. And I think it's wonderful. One of the neatest things up here is it's like the first or fourth Sunday, depending on the church. Up here, they have cemetery day. And everybody brings a covered dish, and they put it all over there, and then they go in for an hour of sermon, and then they come out, and they go over, and they take care of their family's graves, and they all eat food and think and talk about their loved ones.
It's great.
I think it's amazing. I think it's amazing. One of the biggest things I think we're losing, besides Christianity itself, one of the biggest things I think we're losing in this country is the love and the reverence for the people that have come before us and everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
I just don't see it anymore.
Right.
I don't know. It's not even. It's like history's not even being taught or something, and nobody really cares about anything anymore. And it just, I don't know. I hope that 100 years from now they'll know who George Washington, Benjamin Franklin, and Ronald Reagan were. I really do. I hope it's still relevant to somebody in 100 years. And I just don't think we care about history or anything like we used to. But anyway, there's my soapbox. But anyway, there you go. I like the cemeteries next to the churches. Let me just end it with that. I like it. I think it's amazing. And I think that it probably makes it a better, tighter community with the church. And I'm sure they all have different deals, how it works. And it will provide us another source of income for the church, I would assume, in some way. Or maybe they allow their people who are there so long to be buried out there. I don't know how it works, but either way, it would be a positive for everybody involved. So anyway, yeah, there you go. So anyway, let's see, anything else going on? I can't really give you guys a schedule because I don't have one, but I'll be going out tomorrow. We will be going out tomorrow. And probably by noon we'll be out. I would assume before that. We'll probably go out before that and get some lunch, and we're going to be doing POTA. I'll be going live. I'll be doing a bunch of lives. So just hit that notification bell. Make sure you get notified when we're on live. And next time I stop, or next time we get a chance here, I'm making it right. I'll show you all the swag and all the radios. I may go on tonight. Let me see how it goes. I may do a short little broadcast tonight. Maybe we'll do an unboxing. Maybe we'll do an unboxing or something tonight.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, we'll unbox the radio and all that. And we'll show you guys all of the things we bought.
Continue straight for 10.1 miles to
All the
US
things you bought.
129.
You didn't buy anything?
Not much.
Well, you did get a radio out of the deal.
Yeah, well, that was a gift.
He has a bunch of friends up here, and they gave him a radio. And
a nice one.
no, not nice. Motorola nice.
Well, you know.
He's a Motorola guy now. I'm surprised I'm even allowed to ride in the car with him. But he's a Roto guy. That's all right, guys. You know, Motorola has always made the best radios you can buy. I mean, all the way back since they started making them. I mean, you go before that, it was what's his face making radios. I mean, this is like all the way back to the beginning. Not Marconi, but the other guy. Anyway, the point is that Motorola has been one of the biggest names in radio, and I'll tell you why. No one makes a piece of equipment that's more hardy than a Motorola. The reason our firefighters carry Motorola's is because when they're in that burning house, and I can attest to this, when they're in that burning house and there's an electrical line that's gotten tangled up in their air pack, and they're trying to tell the engineer or somebody to come in and pull me off this wire, and I can't get nobody to answer on the radio, and then finally they hear me on the radio, I literally used my radio while I was being electrocuted. I was being shocked. I had 110 volts going through my knees and my air pack, and I'm going, and that radio transmitted and got the signal out. It was all garbled and weird, and then they had to replace the transmitter board in the radio.
Wow.
Is that messed up or
That's
what?
messed
So that
up.
tells you if I shorted the radio out.
Wow.
But that shows you though that radio got the call out for me, and Motorola equipment. You can go all the way back. You guys remember the show Adam 12? That was a Motorola in their car with the red and green light on the front. That was a Motorola.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, Motorola is the best equipment you can buy. But they're very proud of it. And they charge lots and lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
Even though half of it's made in Mexico and the chips are made in China.
Yeah.
It's still the best equipment you can buy. Well, anyway, they gave him one.
Yeah.
So now he's a Motorola man. That's all right.
Yeah, it was
We'll still let you come to the poor people's meeting.
Yeah, good. It was really a blessing because I've been using, not that there's anything wrong with the Chinese radios, but I've been using a UV5R, which is one of the cheapest
I was going to say,
things
you
can
went
buy.
to the baseline.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, it worked, and I could
It
afford
still
it.
works. Yeah,
Right,
it still
right.
works.
So, as a matter of fact, I brought it with me, but I have, because of my eyesight, I have such a hard time programming stuff and everything. And this Motorola, basically, I can push a button and it'll tell me what frequency I'm on, and it's great.
They made this Motorola do what both things are doing now, where
Yeah.
it'll go channel 3, channel 4, channel 5. And that's really great when you're visually impaired. I mean, that's a godsend when you're visually impaired. And I know that that's one thing that the person I know down in Fort Myers that's a ham radio operator that's completely blind and has been for a very long time. He loves both things because they talk to him. He can literally sit there and program a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Completely blind.
I believe it.
And so I think that's awesome. And of course, now the newer Motorola's can do it. There's some TYTs now doing it. So it's becoming an industry standard. It's also, I've noticed the firefighters now in my town. I was on a call a while back, and the firefighter reached down and he turned his channel thing, and it said Northwest TAC, Northwest 2. And it was literally reading out the channels. So he didn't even have to look down at his radio.
Yep.
He could just turn the knob and it would say the channel he was on.
Yeah.
I'm like, that is really nice. I do like that.
And this one will do that. It actually will say Glassy Mountain or Black Rock Mountain.
Unemployment keeps rising. Oh my God. We've got some anti-Trumper in there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. According to them, 2/3 of the White House has been demolished.
Ah!
So apparently that wall they took down so they could interconnect the new building that they're building, apparently was 2/3 of the White House.
Well, you know what I'm surprised, as business astute as Trump supposedly is, and he may be doing this, I just don't know about it. I'm surprised all the walls and all the bricks and all the stuff that they've used to demolish it, when they've broken it down into pieces, that they're not selling pieces of the White House.
Yeah, that would have been good.
To make money.
We could take some off the national debt.
I mean, they did it for the Berlin Wall.
Yeah.
I mean, and people do that stuff.
50,000 layoffs announced in 1 week.
Wow.
Unemployment keeps rising.
Yeah.
Actually, the unemployment rate is pretty stable right now. It's within norms and it's within brackets. So I think that's wishful thinking on y'all's part there.
I will say,
just remember the Democrats' approval rating is at 39%, the lowest ever since Quinnipiac started doing the polling.
That's true.
So there you go, and just keep that in mind. And let's see what else here. White House was demolished by a felon. It was demolished by a man that was literally had the justice system weaponized against him. Bankrupt farms. Every job report gets worse. Nice. Nice. I love the diluted, I heard this on Facebook. Here it goes. You know what else I heard on Facebook? And I also heard this. Yeah, whatever. I wish people even just knew how to do basic research on things.
Yeah.
And to look beyond the 3 or 4 websites, MSLSD or the
Right.
Communist News Network, or you know, the New York Slimes or the Washington Compost, or
Right.
you know, Deface the Press,
Right.
or whatever. I mean, what Deface the Nation, Meet the Depressed. Depending on which show you're
Right,
watching,
right.
I mean, none of them are feeding you any of the right information. And and the thing is, they think it's the same with us. But if you do the research, it's there.
Yeah.
It's all there. If you really care about the truth,
Yeah.
and you look at the truth, you will find the truth.
Yeah.
I have seen 20 today. There is dead deer everywhere.
Yeah.
And normally you would say, oh my God, that must mean that we're going to be short on deer. No, the truth is we're seeing them dead everywhere because we're overpopulated
Yes,
right
we
now.
are.
Which is not a bad thing.
But we won't be for long.
Right.
We're
I
in
don't
Georgia.
want to make this seem like a bad thing. I'm happy that they're a little overpopulated. We'll let the hunters come in
That's
and even
right.
it out
Fill 'em
again.
a little bit, right.
I'm fine with that too. It's a natural thing.
Yep.
But yeah, so I just wanted to mention that when you see a bunch of dead deer on the side of the road, it's because they're doing good up here right now.
That's right. They
Yeah.
are.
So
Yeah, we had quite a few deer in our yard this year.
if you're following me next to it and waving, I might believe you. So anyway, anytime, just so everybody understands, because again, research, logic, facts, all things the left should check out sometimes. If you look at it, every time, if you have a nursing home and you are going to build another wing onto that nursing home, what's the first thing you do? You go in and you tear down the end of that last wing where you're going to connect it, so that the new wing, so you have a clean spot to begin the new wing. That's all they did at the White House. This is the way construction is done. Anybody that says they demolished 2/3 of the White House, you've got that information from someone, they fed that to you, it's a lie. It's not true. They ripped down what's equivalent to probably about 70 feet linear of wall, and probably, you know, some roofing and some material in that area. But we're still talking, in the grand scheme of things, in the size of the White House, you're talking probably 3, 5, 7% of the White House's structure has been torn down. More, it may be less. It's probably more like 2%, but
Yeah.
let's say 12%. I don't care. It's still some ridiculously low number. Second of all, there's been so many presidents over the course of time that have done the same thing.
Absolutely.
They've built all these different rooms. Do you think the White House looked like that the day that it opened? When it opened, it was only like one little side of it, and they slowly built all the rest of that on. The White House has been a work in progress since it was built.
It has. Yeah.
And when you look at the fact that we have state dinners right now, and they have to hold them in tents out on the lawn, this is a safety thing more than anything.
Yeah.
We can't be having the president out after dark in a tent entertaining people every night because the White House isn't big enough to hold a ball, or bold enough to hold a state dinner with more than 50 or 75 people in attendance.
Also, too, I heard an estimate of the square footage, and it's going to be more than one floor. There's going to be some subterranean floors.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know what they're going to use them for, but I guarantee you they've got a use for them.
Yeah, it'll have other benefits as well, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
and that's good. Whatever. I don't know. I just can't believe people keep saying this. They're ripping down 2/3 of the White House. What would that look like? Did they rip down the whole round part in the middle?
Right.
Did they rip down the whole big square part on the left? Did they rip down the big square part on the right? No. They ripped down one wall in the back.
Well, what I think is hilarious is somebody was telling me the other day, I don't want my tax dollars going to build some stupid ballroom.
Good, because they won't.
They won't. They won't. It's all donations.
Hey, we just passed Babyland.
Yeah.
Continue straight for 29.8 miles to Young.
Yeah, and Trump said, whatever he comes up short, he'll pay for himself.
Yep.
So,
Yep, just like the flagpoles he put in, just like everything else that he's doing there. He's putting the bill, he's getting donors. We aren't paying for it. We haven't paid for any of that stuff he's done up there. And I think that's what sticks in their craw.
Yeah.
I think it does. It sticks in their craw that he's actually doing it, and he's doing it in such a way that they really can't bitch about it. And then when they do bitch about it, and you turn around and say, you're talking about the ballroom that he's financing, the ballroom that he's paying for, that his buddies are paying for?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about? The one that you're not paying a cent for, but that you can still, your country can hold state dinners in?
Right.
That one? The one that he's turning over completely ownership. There's no strings attached. There's no nothing. You know, I don't understand the, you know, when you look at these folks that they literally read this on Facebook.
Yeah.
One of their other liberal friends probably has blue hair, probably sitting in a Prius, probably crying into the phone about something, told them this. And it's just not true. It's just not true. It is what it is, I guess.
Well, it may be called the Trump ballroom. I'll give you that.
Well,
but
they can call it the Trump ballroom.
Sure,
I'd be
of course.
okay with that.
I mean, Lincoln's got a bedroom.
Yeah.
You know. So, and some of our other presidents have other rooms as well.
Yeah. We all know which room Clinton likes. He likes them. I like the oval one, if you know what I mean.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God. Okay, that's funny. I don't care who you are. Oh man. Anyway. One sticky cigar and you never hear the end of it. Oh well.
I will give Clinton props. He did have a budget one time that had no whatever it was. It was.
I give Clinton kudos all the time.
Yeah.
He ran the cleanest budget of any Democrat since '60.
Yeah.
He ran a zero budget. He actually saved us money. He was frugal. He knew what he was spending money on. He was saving it for his girlfriends probably, but I don't care because the point is the man did a great job with our economy.
Yes, he did.
He actually, some could argue, he did a little better job than either of the Bushes.
Yep.
With our economy.
Yep.
Because the later Bush, because of 9/11 and everything, he spent like a drunk donkey. He didn't care, and he spent like an entire platoon of drunk sailors. So when you go back and look at it, Bill Clinton, of that era in time, Bill Clinton was the most fiscally responsible president that we had out of those 3 or 4 presidents.
Yep.
Since Reagan. Reagan was fairly fiscal responsive.
Yeah.
None of them are great at it. I mean, they're politicians. They're not really good at the whole fiscal responsibility. But hey, you know, they try. Reagan tried. Trump is. I mean, he's the one that's actually showing doing something to cut the size and scope of this federal government.
Yep.
And then when I hear people say, he cut this Doge, they didn't cut money. Well, first of all, Doge is still going. That's an ongoing thing. They cut more money last week. They cut every week. They keep cutting. They're cutting. And there's more of these efforts going on. They're laying off a bunch of people. This person says 50,000 layoffs. As long as those 50,000 layoffs are federal workers, I'm probably okay with it.
Especially IRS guys.
Yeah, tell me about it. I mean, come on. So, hey, you know, 50,000 less federal workers, I think we'd all be better off.
Yes.
And go ahead and close the post office and end that mess.